So hey guys, Deepak here from digitaldeepak.com and welcome to our webinar on Google Ads. So in this webinar, we are going to go ahead and learn how to run Google Ads, and learning to run Google Ads is going to be one of the most important skills that you will gain as a digital marketer. Why? Because first of all, 84% of Google's revenue comes from Google Ads, and Google dominates the online advertising industry. If you know how to run Google Ads properly, you can generate leads at a very low cost, and you will also be able to go ahead and generate traffic to your website, to your affiliate links, wherever you want to. If you have the skill of Google Ads, first of all, you can use it to build your own personal brand. You can build your own tribe. You can also do affiliate marketing with it. You can become a freelancer and help other businesses run Google Ads. You can become an agency, or you can go ahead and use Google Ads to get students for your online coaching, online mentoring program. I call it digital mentorship or digital mentoring. Or if you are a startup or a business, you can definitely go ahead and use Google Ads to grow your business by advertising efficiently. So I have been running Google Ads for quite some time, and most of the trainers out there, especially in India, when they try to teach digital marketing, they just teach you social media, Instagram, Facebook. Not many people teach Google Ads, and I have been running Google Ads for almost 5 years now. And I used to run Google Ads for this company called Practo, where I used to spend 1 crore every month on Google Ads. That is how much I was spending on Google Ads. And then I was running ads for Razorpay, where I used to work at Razorpay. Now I am running ads for my own business. So in my own business itself, I have spent more than 50 lakhs in Google advertising. So if I am able to spend up to 50 lakhs in Google advertising, it means that I'm getting the return on investment, right? Without return on investment, I will not be able to spend. So what I have done today is that I have created a mind map in which I will be covering all the concepts, and I will also be going behind the scenes, and I will be showing inside my Google Ads account. I will be showing all the different types of campaigns. I might not have time to go ahead and actually cover all the nitty gritties, because Google Ads is a very advanced concept. And if you are part of my internship program, the week 9 is going to be about Google Ads, where you go ahead and run Google Ads and also earn a cashback for completing your assignment. So I know that a lot of people here are already my interns. If you are not my intern yet, you can look forward to joining the batch 8 of the internship program, which I'm going to go ahead and launch it this month. All right. So let me go ahead and share my mind map first, and I will also be sharing this mind map with you so that you can take the PDF and you can get the learning as well. Right. So here we are, Google Ads mind map. So this is the Google Ads masterclass mind map. And let's go ahead and first look at running Google Ads, and what's there with running Google Ads. What are we going to cover today in this webinar is that we are going to go ahead and have a look at the Google Conversion Tracking Pixel. So Google Conversion Tracking Pixel, I mean, the Google Pixel is a phone, nothing to do with this. It's just like Facebook Pixel, right? The Google Conversion Tracking Pixel is like a Facebook Pixel, which is basically a JavaScript code. It is a JavaScript code, and it can be deployed on all the pages of your website. It can be also deployed on the thank you pages to track conversions. So basically, what Google does is that Google gives you a code because you want to track what is happening on your website on Google Ads even after people leave Google. So I will be explaining what that is. Then we will look at audiences. So whenever you are advertising, you need an audience, right? You need to go ahead and advertise to an audience. So what are custom audiences and how do you develop a custom audience? Because if you are not advertising to the right audience, then you will not be able to get any traction. We will look at search ads, we will look at display ads, we will look at video ads, we will look at app ads. So these are all the different areas that we are going to cover today. And before we get started, let's go ahead and have a look at the difference between Google Ads and Facebook ads. How are they two different? So when you look at Google Ads, the difference between Google Ads and Facebook ads is that Facebook ads is outbound advertising. People are there out there on the internet, and you are trying to reach out to them, and you are going ahead and saying that, hey, I'm advertising on Facebook. I want to go ahead and reach out to people who are in this particular age, in this particular city, all that. But Google Ads works differently. You don't just advertise on Google just like any other property. Google Ads is inbound, which means that you are only advertising to people who are looking for you, right? So search volume in Google Ads is consistent on a daily basis, right? There are around, let's say there are around, 1,000 people searching for a particular keyword every day on Google. This 1,000 keeps repeating and it is going to be consistent. So the targeting, when you are giving out ads, the targeting is based on the search intent. Search intent basically means that when people are, let's say in my niche, which is learn digital marketing, let's say people are searching for this keyword called, learn digital marketing. So let's go ahead and have a look at, what we have. If I go ahead and search for learn digital marketing on Google, here you can see that there are ads which are being displayed, right? So there is an ad here, and here you can see it's an ad. So these are search ads. The ad shows up only if you are searching for it. And when you go ahead and advertise on Google for a particular keyword, you are basically reaching out to people who are looking for you, which means that the intention is high. So search intent means that they have an intention. They are looking for you. But however, on Facebook, let's say I go ahead and select all the people who are interested in digital marketing and try to advertise there. People might not be interested, right? They might not be too much interested because they are just browsing Facebook to check out, for entertainment. They are just going to social media to check out what their friends are up to and all those things. So the idea is that you need to go ahead and reach out to people who are looking for you, and that is how Google Ads is completely different from Facebook. So that's what we are looking here, right? And one of the best parts about Google Ads is that the audience is replenishing all the time. It is like a well of water. If you go ahead and fetch water from a well, and if the well becomes dry, if you leave it for like a 2 days or 3 days, then some water will come and replenish in the well again. However, Facebook ads is having a limited set of audience. The audience is not always replenishing. Let's say you have 100,000 people or 1 lakh people interested in a particular topic, and you are running an ad, and everybody has seen the ad. So once everybody has seen the ad on Facebook, then it's going to be, that's about it. It's like a tank of water, right? It's not like a well of water. The audience is not replenishing. So what we are basically having here is that we are doing something called demand fulfillment. There is already a demand, and we are fulfilling the demand when it comes to Google Ads. When it comes to Facebook ads, we are generating the demand. We are advertising something. It is outbound, and targeting is based on the audience. And here the targeting is based on search intent. So I hope everybody is clear about the concept that I have shown you until now. Just type clear in the chat box if you think that this is clear. And once this is clear, we can go to the next section, right? So I would like to encourage you to go ahead and take some notes while we are doing it. And what I would like you to do is that I would like you to go ahead and tweet about what you have learned and tag me on Twitter. And what I'm going to do is that, just like in the previous webinar, I had a contest where I gave an Apple iPad. What I'm going to do is that this time I'm also going to run a contest, but this time there are going to be 10 winners, and 10 winners are going to get an Amazon voucher of 500 rupees each. And I want to kind of keep it light on my pocket. If I keep giving iPads every 2 days in a webinar, then my company's treasure chest will go away. I will probably do one webinar every month where I will give away like a very big prize, like an iPhone or an iPad. But rest of the webinars, I will go ahead and give out Amazon vouchers. So we have, 10 people who can win 500 rupee Amazon, vouchers. And to enter this, go ahead and tweet with whatever you have learned from time to time, right? Go ahead and tweet, and you have to go ahead and tweet with the tag Hi Deepak, and you can put hashtag Hi Deepak, right? This is what you have to do. You can use Twitter, you can use it on your mobile. And basically, it's a way for you to take notes, because when you take notes, you will remember the concepts better, right? So Girish Kumar is asking, is this building real or not? Does it look real, guys? This is a virtual background. But if you think that, I'm actually sitting in New York City and doing this webinar, then it's cool. Anyway, so go ahead and tweet about it, and let's have a look at what's happening on Twitter. So we seem to be having a lot of activity on Twitter. Yes, fantastic. So then Google Ads, the audience is replenishing, whereas in Facebook Ads, the audience, you hit a saturation point with the amount of audience you can get, right? So that's what happens when you do Facebook Ads. So now let's get back to the mind map. So this is the difference between Google Ads and Facebook Ads I wanted to explain. And now let's go ahead and look at what are the different types of goals you can set in Google Ads. So I will also go inside my Google Ads account and show you how Google Ads works. But what are the different goals you can set on Google Ads? These are the different goals you can do. Sales, leads, website traffic, product and brand consideration, brand awareness and reach, app promotion, and you can have a custom goal as well. How are you going to reach your goal? You are going to basically reach your goal by driving website visits, phone calls, store visits, app downloads, or you can have lead form submissions. So these are the different goals, and these are the different ways to reach your goals, which is common for all the types of campaigns inside Google Ads. So now what we are going to do is that we are actually going to go inside Google Ads and show you two major concepts. So first major concept is going to be, how this whole custom conversion is happening, and how you are going to go ahead and have this custom audience, right? You need custom conversions and you need custom audience. Both are needed to run Google Ads efficiently. So let's go ahead and have a look at my Google Ads account, and anybody can open a Google Ads account. You just need to go to ads.google.com and open an account. So here I am inside my Google Ads account. And you can see that if I go into my main campaign, which is LDM leads, so I'm driving traffic to this page called Learn Digital Marketing. And if you look at all time, right, I just want to show you this. What is a conversion? Every time somebody goes to learndigitalmarketing.com, right? If they go to learndigitalmarketing.com, enter their name and email ID, and enter my funnel, then that is basically counted as a conversion. So I have generated 451,000 leads by running Google Ads just from one campaign. And I have been running this for the past 3 years. And here you can see the cost is 5.5 million rupees, which is 55 lakh rupees. So I just wanted to show this to you so that, you can know that I know what I am talking about. It's not like, I don't have enough experience running this, and I have generated leads at 12 rupees per conversion. So before we go ahead and show you the different types of campaigns, so on the left side, you can see there is search campaign, display campaign, video campaign, and app campaigns, right? So if I go inside a search campaign, so by the way, when you are going ahead and tweeting this out, don't take any screenshots from my Google Ads account. Just go ahead and talk about what you are learning in terms of notes. If I'm showing you the mind map, you can definitely go ahead and take screenshots, of my mind map. But inside my Google account, I recommend that you don't take any screenshots. All right. So let's go ahead and have a look. So what are the different types of conversions that we are having? So I hope the webinar is interesting so far. Yes. See, Google Ads is a subject which is a little bit technical, right? It is a little bit technical. And you need to learn this, because if you learn this technical skill, then this is a skill that not many people have, and this skill will help you make money, right? Why wouldn't you want to learn a skill which helps you make a lot of money? So now going back and having a look at the conversion. So basically conversion means that you go ahead and create a conversion pixel. So how do you create a conversion pixel? So I would go ahead and click on add and select the kind of conversions you want to track. So let's say I want to track every time someone visits a particular web page. So here I would go ahead and say that, okay, this is a submit lead form, conversion name, and every click on create and continue. And once I click on create and continue, they will give me a JavaScript code which I can place on the website. So what I have already done is that I have already created a bunch of conversion pixels. Like for example, when you look at, let's say, free Facebook ads mastery lead magnet. So basically, when people go to my Facebook landing page, Facebook free course landing page, I have placed this particular pixel on the thank you page of it. And when you look at this free DM course subscribed, you can see that the all conversions is 4,57,000 conversions. And when people visit this web page, and when people go to the thank you page, so let's say people go ahead and enter the thank you page. So here, let's say, I will just go ahead and put ddf2021 at gmail.com, one of the email IDs I have. So now if I go ahead and click on get your free lessons, then it goes to a thank you page, right? So inside the thank you page, I have placed my Google conversion pixel. So by the way, there is a Telegram group you can join. If you have not joined my Telegram group, which is basically a channel where I will be announcing all my webinars and everything. So go ahead and join my Telegram group. I will just share the link with you here if you are interested. Some people might be already part of it, right? So whenever a conversion is recorded, basically if people go to the thank you page, then that is when the conversion is recorded. So when I am driving traffic from Google, I just don't want to drive traffic to learndigitalmarketing.com, right? I want people to go ahead and enter their name and email ID and actually go to the thank you page. So when I go ahead and run Google ads, I am telling Google that go ahead and optimize my ad for conversions. I don't want just traffic, because what is the use of just traffic? You won't make money from traffic. You want to generate leads. So that is what conversion actions means. And here you can see I have also created a conversion action called DD page view. So whenever people visit my website, it is counted as a Digital Deepak page view. So inside my website, on all the pages of my website, there is this particular code which is placed. And here you can see that if I go ahead and click on enable and click on refresh, there is something called Google Tag Assistant. So Google Tag Assistant basically goes ahead and tracks if there is a Google code placed on the website. So here you can see this is the Google Tag Assistant which is showing up, and it is a Chrome plugin which basically helps you determine if there is going to be a particular Google code on the website. So there is basically a Facebook pixel helper, and Google Tag Assistant is like the Facebook pixel helper. So this is conversions, and this is how you track the conversions. You need to go inside the conversion section and create a custom conversion. Now I will go inside audience manager. So until now, is it clear, guys? Are you able to understand what is custom conversion? So it's basically like the Google pixel. Just type clear in the chat box if it is clear, and I hope you guys are also tweeting. So a lot of people, what they do is that they don't use Google Ads properly because they don't set up a conversion pixel. Because if you do not set up a conversion pixel, then what happens is that people are just going to go ahead and drive traffic to web pages. And if you are just driving traffic to web pages, what's the point? If you want to go ahead and generate leads, you need to go ahead and track if they are converting or not. Without that proper conversion tracking, then you will not be able to see what's happening. So one of the reasons that I named my digital marketing agency as Pixel Track is because we are tracking the pixels, right? But that's what we basically want to do. We want to track all the pixels, whether the conversion is happening or not. So I think everybody has said clear. And for people who feel like, I mean, this is as simple as I can tell you guys. Basically a JavaScript code which is being placed on the website so that Google can know whether that particular person has visited the website or not. So for people who are not clear yet, let me just give you one more simple explanation. What basically we are looking at is that if you are driving, so when I show you how search ads are being run, you will kind of understand conversion ads better. So now let's go ahead and look at audiences. All right, so let's go and look at audiences. So what is audiences? So if you go inside audience manager, you will be able to create different types of audiences, and audiences can be created based on the conversion pixel. So let's say I want to target all the people who have visited my web page. So I have created an audience called DD visitors. And here you will be able to see that this is the amount of volume that I can target using different channels: search, YouTube, display, Gmail. I can also run Gmail campaigns, and this is the total audience set. So when I'm running a new campaign, if I want to tell people which is the audience that I want to target, then this is how it works. So uh, I would like to tell you that if you are new to all this and if you have never run Google Ads before, then you need to understand that you will get clarity only when you run Google Ads once. And that is where in my internship program, I ask my interns to go ahead and run Google Ads once so that they can get a clear understanding about it. Because without running the ads, you will not get comfortable about it, right? This entire area looks like an alien area for you. So if I go back and if I go ahead and click on search campaign. So if I want to create a new search campaign, I will click on new campaign, and here I will select the goal, which is leads. So let's say I want to generate leads. I would select leads as the goal. I would click on search. I would click on continue. And this is where the new Google ad campaign is set up. So I need to set up a daily budget. I need to set up bidding. I need to tell Google how much I am ready to pay for leads. And then I need to click on save and continue. And then I need to write the ad. So we don't have enough time to go ahead and show you how the campaign is set up. So that is something that I have done in my other videos. I have done it in my Google Ads Mastery course. I have done it in the training videos that I have created for the internship program. But what I will do is that I will show you what are some of the search campaigns that I am already running, right? So recently, I set up a campaign for Facebook ads. So here you can see Facebook ads mastery, and this is the main ad group. So inside an ad group, we have a bunch of keywords. Keywords are basically, so a lot of people are asking, can I get the mind map after the end of the webinar? Yes, you will be getting the mind map after the end of the webinar. Stay tuned for it. So basically what we are doing is that we are giving keywords to Google, and we are telling Google that if people are searching for this particular keyword, then show my ad. How are the ads looking? So here are the ads. So here you can see these are the ads. Free Facebook ads course, FB ads mastery, free course, learn Facebook ads. And basically what I am doing is that I have a free Facebook ads mastery course, and I am promoting the Facebook ads mastery course via Google ads. I'm just telling people that go ahead and sign up for my Facebook ads mastery course. So that is what I am doing with this particular campaign. So don't get confused between Facebook ads and Google ads. I'm running I'm running a simple campaign to get leads for my Facebook ads course, right? And you can see that inside this is the particular ad that we have created. And inside keywords, we have something called search terms. So search terms is basically the keywords that people are searching for in Google. And here you will be able to see what people were searching for and what is the amount of CTR. So CTR means click-through rate. Then we have CPC, which is cost per click. Then we have cost. Then we have total conversions. Then we have cost per conversion. So these are the different metrics that you can see inside the ad group. And here you can see audiences. And inside settings, you will be able to see. So this is the most important part. Please pay attention. We have put inside the campaign as the target is that I want to go ahead and have a target CPA, which means that I am ready to pay 12 rupees for every lead. So every time someone visits my landing page and they enter their name and email ID and go to the thank you page, I want to pay Google 12 rupees. So I'm setting a target CPA. So you can also change the bid strategy here, which is a little bit advanced. And this ad will appear on Google search. So whenever people are searching for these keywords, which is how to advertise on Facebook, FB ads, Facebook training, Facebook for business, then my ad will be shown. So basically what I'm doing is that I'm getting people into my funnel. I'm getting people into my email list. So most of the people here are attending this webinar because you came into my email list, right? You came into my email list probably from the free digital marketing course or from one of the referrals. And I invited you to come to this webinar by sending out an email. So what I need to do is that I need to grow my email list. So if I grow my email list, I will be getting as many leads as possible, and probably I will get more customers out of this entire activity, right? So that is what I am doing, and that is how this entire thing works. So one of the reasons I like Google Ads is that I will show you one of the best parts about Google Ads. One of the reasons I like Google Ads, I like running Google Ads, is that the ad cost can become extremely cheap if you go very, very narrow. So here I have created a sub ad group called Increase Facebook Followers. Inside the main ad group, if you go inside search terms, here you can see that there are a lot of search terms. So if I see there is a particular search term which is coming again and again and again, and people are getting a lot of clicks for it, I can create like a separate ad group for it. So I will go into all time and I will sort this according to clicks. Let's go ahead and have a look at which of these ad campaigns have the maximum clicks. So 218 clicks for how to create a Facebook business page. And then we have 75 clicks for increased Facebook followers, 67 for increased Facebook likes, 62 for boost Facebook followers, and 25 for Facebook blueprint. So what I did was that I looked at this particular keyword, which is increased Facebook followers, which is getting a lot of clicks. And if you go ahead and look at the ad here, you will be able to see that this particular ad reads free Facebook ads course. This is the ad that is shown for all the keywords. So what I did, I created a sub ad group, and inside the sub ad group, I have created an ad where in this ad group, I have given only two keywords. So one keyword is increase Facebook followers in the square bracket, which is exact match. And then one is increase Facebook followers, which is within quotes. So when people search for this exact keyword, only then the ad will get triggered. And you can see that the ad text says increase Facebook followers. So do you think that the CTR will increase? CTR means click-through ratio, right? CTR means click-through ratio. So do you think the CTR will increase if people are searching for a particular keyword and people are seeing an ad which has the title, which has the keyword in it? Do you think the click-through rate will increase? So now let's have a look at the two different groups. So here, main ad group, let's have a look at this ad. And how much CTR do you see here? Are you able to see? Can you let me know in the chat box what is the CTR that you see for the main ad group, which is generic, where we have put a lot of keywords? So Shubham has said, and a lot of people are saying, so 1.97% is the total CTR, which means that if 100 people are looking at the ad, only 2 people are clicking on the ad. But let's have a look at the sub ad group. So increase Facebook followers sub ad group, where we are giving a very specific keyword and we are giving a very specific ad just for that keyword. Look at the CTR here, 14.53%, right? So do you think that we are getting a higher CTR because the keyword and the ad is matching? This is what most of the people do not understand about Google Ads. You need to create a lot of ad campaigns and you need to match it and pair it with a lot of keywords. So that cannot happen overnight. You need to start an ad campaign. You need to look at the search terms, what people are searching for, take the popular search terms and start creating sub ad groups. And what we can do is that we can also edit the title on the landing page. We can also edit the title on the landing page. And if I create several landing pages, or if I use this technology called dynamic text replacement, where on the landing page, we can edit the headline and the headline can also say increase Facebook followers, right? So this is what nobody teaches. This is how you crack Google Ads. And let's look at the main ad group and let's look at the statistics for this ad group. So here you can see the cost per click is 4.86 rupees and cost per conversion is 14.85 rupees. Let's look at this sub ad group. Here you can see that the cost per click is only 2.37. Why? Because the CTR is high and Google feels that this particular ad is matching this particular search term very clearly. And you can see the cost per conversion is 8.66 only. So 8.66 is definitely less than 14. So now why would I pay 14 rupees per lead if I can generate leads at 8.66? But I need to create a lot of sub ad groups, right? So now this is a new campaign. This is a relatively new campaign. Let's look at the LDM leads campaign, which is a little bit of a mature campaign. So in LDM leads campaign, you can see that I have a main ad group And inside the main ad group, you can see that there are a lot of different search keywords, right? Too many search keywords I have. If I go into search terms and if I sort it according to clicks, you can see that digital marketing course, SEO discovery, Google free digital marketing course, fundamentals of digital marketing. So this is something that I recently noticed. A lot of people are searching for this particular keyword, which is fundamentals of digital marketing. So what I did, you know what I did? I created a separate ad group called fundamentals of digital marketing. And inside fundamentals of digital marketing, I added only two keywords, one in the exact match and one in the phrase match, which says fundamentals of digital marketing. And I created an ad which says digital marketing fundamentals, right? So now you understand how Google search ads works. Now you understand how you can crack Google ads. Yes. Just type clear in the chat box if this concept is clear for you. This is a little bit of an advanced tactic. This is really for serious digital marketers. If you feel that this is very complex, then you probably need to go through my training programs to kind of have a better understanding about, for people who are not understanding keywords, niche selection, ad copywriting, and everything, it might look a little bit complicated. And you might want to, attend my internship program and go through all the lessons one by one before we go into week 9 and start learning Google Ads in depth. And for people who are already my interns, I think now you are getting it right. You might be having a little bit of experience here, and now you understand that it is not as easy as it looks on the surface. If you just have the patience to create a lot of ad groups and a lot of keywords and create good landing pages, then you can generate thousands and thousands of leads for a very low cost. And my personal goal is to generate 10,000 leads a day. So I am going ahead and working on that to generate 10,000 leads a day. Right now I am at around 1,500 leads a day. So now this is the main important thing that I wanted to teach you in today's class. I will also show you a little bit of display ads, video campaigns, and app campaigns. So in display campaigns, there is something called smart display campaign. Smart display campaign basically means that you set up an ad and Google will automatically get the target audience for you. It will automatically optimize the ads for you, and it will automatically drive the clicks and generate the conversions for you. So it is called smart display. You just need to go inside campaigns. Earlier we used to upload different types of different sizes of banners inside smart display campaigns, right? We used to upload different sizes of banners, but now you don't need to upload different sizes of banners. Google will go ahead and adjust the banners itself, and this is also something that I teach you in depth inside the internship program. If you go inside video campaigns, you can look at some of the video campaigns that I am running. And this is one of the campaigns that I have been running for quite some time. If you go inside overview and look at all time, let's look at what is the total cost I have spent for this. So I have spent 2,82,000 rupees promoting my TEDx talk, because I am trying to reach 1 million views for my TEDx talk. And a lot of people might have already seen my TEDx talk, right? So here you can see this is my TEDx talk, and 8,57,000 views. We are going to reach 1 million soon. And what I have done is that you can run ads even if it is not in your own channel. You just need to give the URL of a YouTube video and you can run ads on Google. And I also run ads for my own videos. So this is my channel. And if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you should definitely have a look at it. Let me give you the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel here. So Manjula is asking, if I attend your internship, then will this be easy, sir? Of course, Manjula, you should definitely take feedback from the existing interns rather than me telling you whether it will be easy. You should, ask people, right? So I have created a video. It's almost like a course. So this particular video is almost like a course. You should have a look at this particular video. I have shared the link to that particular video also. And the recording of this webinar will also go into my YouTube channel. So to make sure that you don't miss any recordings of my webinars, subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell icon as well, right? So a lot of people are saying, a lot of existing interns are giving feedback about the internship program. So let me just go ahead, and if you are okay, let me just take a minute to ask you feedback about the internship program and existing interns. You can leave a comment on telling me what is the best thing about the internship program, what is the best thing that you have learned, right? So let's just ask it on the Facebook group, so that you can just comment on the Facebook group. Facebook group seems to be a little bit slow in loading. So what you can do is that you can just go ahead and comment on this particular thread. So just comment on this particular thread what you think about the internship program. And let's not waste much time. Let's get back to the program. And for people who are still thinking about what the internship program is, you can definitely check out that particular thing that I have shared with you, the tweet. All right, so getting back to the Google Ads section. So here, this is video ads, right? So in video ads, I have created custom audiences, and basically, I have created blogging custom audience. So inside blogging custom audience, I have given the URLs of the website which people have already visited, like basically my competitors' websites, and I'm trying to run the ads for those particular audiences. And this is again an advanced concept. We don't have enough time to cover it right now. And app campaigns are basically campaigns where you will be able to run ads to increase the number of app downloads. So it could be an iOS app or it could be an App Store app, right? So a lot of people are asking what is exact match and what is phrase match. So I will tell you what is exact match and phrase match. So these are the different types of keywords you will have inside search ads, right? You have broad match keywords, you have phrase match keywords, and you have exact match keywords. So broad match keywords means that you just include some keywords inside Google, and Google will automatically take a decision on when your ads should be shown. When it is phrase match keywords, you put a quote around the keyword. You can just search for broad match, phrase match, exact match. If you put a phrase around the keyword, the words that is happening within the quotes has to appear at the same time, right? And if you put exact match keywords, which is keywords inside square brackets, the ad will get triggered only when the match is exact, right? So only for that particular keyword, the ad will get triggered. And you can see that for the secondary ad campaigns that I have created inside my search campaign, we have exact match keywords. And then we have something called broad match modifier keywords. Broad match modifier keywords basically means that you put a plus, and we don't have enough time to go too deep into exact match, broad match. And basically with search ads, you are going to enter a bid and you are only going to pay a little bit more than the previous bidder. And these are the advantages. You have high intent, high quality traffic, easily tap into potential customers without waiting for SEO to take effect. Find out the right keywords for SEO. You are paying per click, can optimize for conversion, retarget search users on the display network. So I hope you learned a lot in today's lesson, and I'm going to keep today's webinar short. Basically, just wanted to show you everything that I know about Google Ads, and you can go ahead and tweet about what you learned today, and you get a chance to win 500 rupee Amazon vouchers. The top 10 people who have given meaningful tweets. So I will give you the link again. So if you want to tweet about what you have learned today, you need to tweet with my username. If you don't tag me, then I will not know what you have tweeted, right? So you can go ahead and tweet and basically talk about what you have learned in today's webinar. So a lot of people are asking about the internship program. I think you have applied for the internship program. If you have applied for the internship program, wait for the approval email. And then I will send out an email inviting you for a launch webinar from which we can enroll you inside the internship program. Which tool am I creating to use, using to create this mind map? I'm using this tool called MindNode. So I hope you found today's webinar useful, guys. Just type useful in the chat box if it was useful and if it was kind of, refreshed. A lot of people are asking, how is the internship program structured? So the internship program is basically a program where you can earn money by doing assignments, but there is also a security deposit to enter. And there is a chance that you can earn more than what you have deposited. And there is also training week on week with Q&A sessions, and a lot of videos will be given to you. And you get a chance to earn money from the internship program. So that is what the internship program is about. and you can definitely Google about the internship program, see the reviews on the web. And details of the security deposit, the amount, how much earnings, what are the syllabus, curriculum, everything will be given to you in the internship program launch webinar. So internship program launch webinar I will be conducting around November 18th. So after Diwali, I will be doing it. So when are you guys back from your Diwali holidays? Let me know what date you are back, and then we will make sure that we tell you about the internship program, everything that you need to know. So a lot of people are saying 20th November. All right. So 20th November or later is when I will launch my internship program, and I will tell you everything that you need to know about the internship program. And can I ask you for one more request? Go ahead and please review if you liked the webinar, if you liked the internship program, if you like my coaching and training. You can leave a review on my Google My Business page. So I have given the link to Google My Business page, and you can give a review on my Google My Business page. So I have given the link to it. So Google My Business review. So just don't give a one-word review, give a meaningful review. Maybe write 1 or 2 lines about what you like about my teaching, my training, my programs. If you're already part of my program, if you're not, you can talk about the webinar. You can talk about the kind of emails that you are getting, which has a lot of value. All right. So yes, you will be getting a recording of this webinar as well. And that's about it, guys, for this particular webinar on Google Ads.